It also gave birth to the motto that nations in favor of fighting shall perish, no matter how large they are. Other concepts like harmony is precious, harmony in diversity, turn hostility into friendship, unity of the world, have also passed on from generation to generation. China in ancient times was always a strong nation. Despite that, what it spread were only the concept of peace and its products, namely silk, tea, and porcelain. China's concept of unity of the world is interlinked with India's concept of the whole world is a family. China's universal fertility is also interlinked with India's idea of non-violence. We two nations both view peace as the very essence of the world and hope all nations can live in peace and coexist in harmony. The Chinese nation has always attached great importance to learning. It makes a point of distilling knowledge from broad reading and acts with restraint when one has accumulated much, as recommended by the ancient Chinese writer Su Dongpo. We stress the lines from the Analects of Confucius that say, if there are three of us walking together, at least one is good enough to be my teacher. And also, we advocate the principle of extensive study of what is good, accurate inquiry about it, careful reflection on it, the clear discrimination of it, and the earnest practice of it, as expressed in the ancient Chinese classic, The Book of Rites. The spirit of emulating those better than oneself and being tolerant of diversity has benefited the Chinese nation through thousands of years of history. I have always stressed that China should be a big country that is good at learning. As an ancient Chinese saying goes, an inch may be too long, a foot may be too short. One should learn not to be conceited, self-satisfied, or overwhelming, and instead be modest and prudent, learning diligently and making good one's deficiencies. The Chinese nation has always placed emphasis of the virtue of associating with benevolent gentlemen, befriending good neighbors, and coordinating myriad nations. That is also a principle that runs through Chinese diplomacy. China regards good relations with neighbors as the basis for peaceful existence and development. We have put forward the concept of China's diplomacy as intimacy, sincerity, reciprocity, and inclusiveness. By that, we mean we should get along with our neighbors earnestly and sincerely, put our whole heart into development, jointly promote mutual cooperation, and share the fruits of development. With a population of over 1.3 billion people, China has achieved in several decades what developed countries took several centuries to achieve. This is a historical achievement. This goal is summarized as the Chinese dream of the great rejuvenation of the Chinese nation. In order to realize the Chinese dream, China requires lasting external environment of peace and stability. Only by sticking to a peaceful development path can China realize its development goals. The Chinese people went through a painful history, witnessing frequent wars in modern times over the past century, and we do not want to see a recurrence of such tragedies in other places in the world. As the Chinese saying goes, do not do to others what you don't want others to do to you. China remains resolute in cherishing, treasuring, and safeguarding peace. Ladies and gentlemen, friends, from Nepal to the Maldives, from Afghanistan to Bangladesh, people in South Asia share aspirations for a good life and the pursuit of national revitalization, indicating a bright future of development in this region. I firmly believe that South Asia represents a promising subcontinent with